Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. A big hello to the Void. How are you doing this afternoon? I hope you're well. I am going to carry on playing Not For Broadcast, which I started yesterday. Hello, Steve. I found it moderately stressful yesterday. How is the sound, Steve, as I've got you there? How is the sound on the game? Started playing this yesterday, so basically what happens is you are a cleaner who's ended up having to run a control panel of a news program, the mixing desk. And this is against the backdrop of a new government that's just been elected that are very hard left and heavily taxing the rich. We've already seen our brother-in-law, who is obviously very rich, and wanted our passport, and I turned him down because you want to keep your passport. But we've already had 2 broadcasts which have kind of gone okay. And let's see what happens now. Day 15, a late night. You arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you. On the countertop, you recognise Sam's hurried scrawl. That's my wife. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. You know where this is headed. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up, underlined twice. So this is your fault now. You sulkily press play on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but it always makes the 2 of you laugh now, see? It's not the same without Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. Well, no, if it's a school night, he's not going out. Charlie's voice gets louder and louder as he sees you're not going to change your mind. You pretend that it's for my own good, but really, you just want to be left alone. I fucking hate you. He hesitates. He knows he's gone too far, but in his rage he can't bring himself to back down. Before you can open your mouth, he storms up the stairs and slams his door. Now, do I decide to give him some space? We both need to cool down? Or do I check in on him before? I'll check in on him before I head to bed. You knock Charlie's door, and when there's no answer, you quietly open it. Your son is under the duvet, sulking. He's determinedly facing the wall, but once it's clear you're not leaving until he talks to you, he sighs and turns to face you. He needs to learn to control his temper. Well, it's not always hard. He might have some underlying issues that make that difficult for him. Who knows? He begrudgingly apologises for his outburst, and the both of you sleep much easier having cleared the air. Well, I think I dealt with that parenting task very, very well indeed. Oh, good Lord. It's day 48, a tight Christmas. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow is settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker, while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. It's been a tense afternoon and everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The 2 siblings used to be inseparable. Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. Not this year. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. And my options are to say, "Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma?" Make a toast, or stay silent. Let's make a toast. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here, thanks to you. Oh, sorry. Once again for me, I think. Yeah, we're all here, no thanks to you. Chris, sighs Sam, come on now, it's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? Sam's right. Let's try and enjoy ourselves, I think is the option I'm going to take now. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out on a cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. Susie rolls her eyes. You know, me and my friends are planning on going travelling this year, Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She's interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. Well, hold your breath, Suze. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? And my options here are, I could say, Chris, do us all a favour and shut your mouth. Or ignoring Chris, you smile at your daughter, which is what I'm going to go ahead and do. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures, Susie gushes. You sigh. Well, you sigh at her. You sigh and lower your voice. You know money is really tight now that Grandma's staying here. We just don't have that kind of money, Suze. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. I can say sorry. Wish you could afford it to be calm. Or, alright, fine, we'll find a way to make it work. It's my daughter, I'm going to find a way to make this work. Sam interrupts. Sorry, were you going to consult me on this, or were you going to just carry on pretending I don't exist? Well, I didn't have the option, Sam, to be fair. You feel your cheeks flush red and turn away so Chris can't see. You know you haven't been the most attentive lately, but this rebuke seems harsh. Sam exhales and seems to brighten. But luckily for someone, I agree. It's a great opportunity and I'm sure we can find the money somewhere. Sam isn't looking at me. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you start to clear the plates in silence. You had a nice birthday, Pat. Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Merry fucking Christmas. Now that was a Vimto for the working man. Day 63, a welcome windfall. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated post. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognising the teal advanced logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm their receipt and validation for the new Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Hopefully this will make the last month of arguments with Sam worth it. As such, it's our pleasure to close a cheque which we hope you will see as a symbol not only of our gratitude to you, but of our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. Of course, they are the party that have recently won power. The throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. A cheque, and a sizable one at that. Chris was right. Advance really are redistributing wealth. We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. The weight of your financial burdens lessens slightly. It's bliss! Whew. God, time waits for no man, does it? A long weekend. Why does the zip on his damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages, finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Boozman. I'm calling you to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect you in attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags in the back. Ignore the message you need this weekend. Apologise profusely to your spouse, but really you should go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. Well, I've got going to work, haven't I? I've been told I've got going to work. You sigh heavily. You're going to go, aren't you? The voice behind you makes you whip around. You nod simply. Of course you are. It's too much to expect for you to put your family first for once, God forbid. I don't know why I bother, Alex. I really don't. With that, Sam's gone. The front door swings slightly in the silence. Oh dear. Things really are bad. Yeah, back to a classic. Bit of Vimto Zero. Om nom 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 nom. Good Lord. Day 98, a permission slip. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. Forwards, together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you won't have to do anything. Oh, yeah, let's. I mean, it sounds like the Hitler Youth, but I think we should sign it anyway. No, I'm going to sign it for him. Anything that sounds like a junior political movement's got to be a good thing, innit? Your son is thrilled. It's heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active part of the community. Can only be a good thing. Cool, time really does advance quickly. A profitable partnership. There's quite a lot of this, isn't there? I hope once they're out of beta, there's less of this and more of the other. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo and "Urgent! Respond immediately!" plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advance government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality. By nationalising the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources amongst the citizens of this great country, the Partnership Bonds Programme ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in their manifesto? Every household will become a partner in 2 or 4 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistently high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. EOB, Eye of the Beholder Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing or couture, we all see the beauty in our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure, from sport to travel or even just some you time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. Remington Civis PLC. We're everywhere in everything, a worldwide company for a worldwide community. Well, they sound really dark and sinister. So, or no. They're the ones that are going for, they sound sinister. And for your second bond, please select one of the following. An Eye of the Beholder, I think, is going to be my other selection. Remington. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form using the envelope provided. You'll receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. Crikey. It seems even advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. The future of this nation is partnership. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Just how much influence could you have? Ah. Oh goodness, a teenage rebellion. Come on. I want to play the TV game. This is a little bit too much like a choose your own adventure for me at the moment. You step out of your old car in silence. Sam slams the door and you wince, hoping the door won't come off its hinges. You don't say anything. Now's not the time. As you approach the front desk, you feel physically sick. The police officer asks you what to wait. Eventually, after what seems like an eternity, your daughter is brought out by an officer with a kind face. She's a good kid, but if we pick her up for a graffiti again, we will have to charge her. You nod and apologise on Susie's behalf as Sam hugs your shell-shocked daughter. As you shake her hand, the officer lowers her voice. Keep her away from that boy, and I think she'll be fine. In the car, you attempt to broach the subject, but Susie refuses to say a word. Do you know, at this point, I reckon I've done more reading than Andy Serkis on his Reading the Hobbit today. I might just get the Hobbit. I think I've got the Hobbit. I might just get it out and start reading it in a minute. After a while, you give up your questions about who this boy might be and just drive. Hours later, you stare at the ceiling, worrying. The stillness in the bedroom is the only sign that Sam is also wide awake. Who is Susie hanging out with? Why is she acting out? Neither of you are going to sleep tonight. Very advanced. Hope this is a work day. Oh, could be a work day. Oh, this is exciting. A resistance. Maybe a resistance, but that's going to be a right-wing resistance. Oh, the politics in this game is so confusing. I think it's apolitical, but I don't know. There's another one of the things that stresses me out about this game. Like, do I trust its politics? Something's definitely happening. Okay, we're into another day. Oh, hello. Let's go and answer the phone.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Come on. Oh, I haven't turned them on, have I?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his baby.
No. Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talk to you.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Correct. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And
Oh,
I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with
Oh.
Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
Critics have been quick to dismiss the graffiti as a publicity stunt, or an act of frustration by a tiny disorganized group of those who will never, under any circumstances, be content.
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together.
So I like this where you have to choose the illustrative picture.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bloodbath avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle.
That was me. That was me. I did that.
Children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Julius Salisbury, who mobilised numerous government resources to recall the product immediately after the first blindings, said today that the new advance mark, which must be earned by all new products, will be a 100% ironclad guarantee of safety and quality.
Fallen
Ironclad.
angel, notorious addict Johnny Handsleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Since being banned from the national squad earlier this year after
Johnny
eliminating
Hamsleeves.
a referee during a friendly against East Grinchley, things seem to have gone from bad to worse for Hamsleeves.
Is this one celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sports?
And radical ideas. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fifth CEO Sophia Remington today announced a surprising
Oh no.
that already has the markets raising an eyebrow.
Known for taking risks and bold strategies, could the adventurous CEO be leading the business giant down a dark alley, or taking it to a new level of success?
The manufacturing giant promises that the Junior Employment Opportunity Scheme will not only increase...
Now I've invested in these guys, so I need to. I've got a vested interest in them having a good image.
Slogan, lots of little hands to make lots of little things.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh, I think I just about got away with that. Oh no! Oh, I hate this bit. There we go. I want to be able to concentrate on the broadcast, not the green blocks. Stupid green blocks.
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably.
Okay, so we're going to 4 in a minute then, I guess.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning
On the beeper.
some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan. I'm here in moderate Hatching to talk to Wentworth and Hatching, Somerset.
Oh, what?
Who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first
Stupid
day in
interference
office.
thing.
Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives? Tell me, how are you settling
Quite
into
frankly,
your new
Robin,
lives?
we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
Simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but it's as steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much static.
Get in now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure.
I didn't hear a swear word there.
This morning, and she still hasn't quite recovered herself this morning, and she still hasn't quite recovered.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with women's, Robin. She really
Well, at
struggles
least you've been
with women's.
rehoused in a nice big house.
Big house? This grubby little thing had a surgeon. That's what a staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room in the same bloody place. Imagine that. And everyone's squad in one room. One room, Robin.
This other thing's too much.
That your family has had it far too easy, far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just.
I hardly think we've had it easy for fuss's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
Damn.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler
Here
was
we go.
instead. I think our
No.
toilet butler was
No.
I wonder what happened to him.
Oh, blimey.
Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off to the whip.
But why am I beeping out words that aren't swear words?
Tragic, but what can you do?
We will rise and rebel.
Wise and rebel.
Warn our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious fightings. Our best guess in our quest for West is to divest our West and our dress bear just protest.
Daddy! Daddy, it's
Daddy, please don't do that. We can't show this on the news. Show this on the news.
Tilly! Get the dog!
Tilly's our mummy. She's proper cracked off too.
You are showing some shame. You are showing some shame.
I'm not cutting away from this. What? Oh! Stupid thing!
Trying to achieve here. We just want
Oh, that all went wrong very quickly.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we
will rise again.
I would not be sad to see that little side game go. I would not be sad to see that side game go in the final release of this. Oh no, I totally agree that I can see it becoming significant, but I don't know. It's hard enough.
Enough shaft work to last me a lifetime.
I'm
Enough
sure
shaft
you
work
have.
to last me a lifetime.
Can I make it protest movement?
God, blimey.
It doesn't seem like the way we do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place. This country is becoming a very
Seriously,
different place.
who's going to run around naked in our weather? Who's going to
Hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be
not
enough
you, Jeremy.
canvas for the slogans. There wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back
Stick around, you
after
won't
these
wanna miss it.
messages. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back. Sorry, I'm busting.
Oh, blimey, that was difficult.
Do you suffer from benign prostate enlargement?
She's funny.
Yes, I know.
I'm Tommy the Fingernail Harris.
She wants your job.
I've got it all. 4 world champions.
Why is it waiting on my desk?
A bidet and an enlarged prostate.
Alex, Boozman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try
Brilliant.
to spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Boozman out.
Pressure on the bladder. This can cause trouble starting to pee.
Yeah, I mean, I can use the keyboard keys to change the screens.
Demon of an ex-wife. So what
And I can mimic the mouse movements with like the
your bum?
WAD sort of
Sorry. Me and the doctor
key configuration, but
But I can tell you, as you get older, your body changes.
Dinkle. His face is very close to that.
But I want to say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hat line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with your menu.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry?
Really wish I hadn't bought myself a small monitor.
4, 3.
Welcome back to the National
That
Night.
caught me out.
Back to the National Night. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy.
They care.
But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan, you join me live here for the final.
Right, so this is one where I have to be careful.
It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's going for a signature move for the year, Andy Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending. It's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris.
Oh,
Back to Striker. For shot number 3.
I see. I'm with it now. I'm with it now.
All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. She's gone to not bad if you ask me. Not bad if you ask me. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So it's really not a good start from Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 is a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref,
What?
it's time to change it.
What?
Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. They go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. Striker giving it large. We're into round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. Broadcast any of that.
Oh, brilliant. News people. Get that on 1, on 2, now 3.
We broadcast any of that, as I said. We're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's probably a bit difficult. They're struggling to follow because it's quite crucial. And women's bodies is quite right. Great. Okay, so back into round 2 now.
I might not have done that properly because I just sort of followed my own bliss there.
Lady Striker.
Not sure I should have done that.
Tightest player I've seen ever. You know, it's some of the tightest player I've seen ever. Harris. And was that a fetid thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heat. What a brilliant move. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker.
I don't have the...
And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket.
I haven't got a friggin' Scooby. What's going on there?
About you at home. I'm finding the technical mastery of this play here. Absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. Absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course. I've always said that. And after all, he is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and several subjumps. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Fish.
Yep, I agree. Alright, apparently I've read they reckon there's less streaking out because there's less lead in the petrol. Oh yeah, so I see.
Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. And the bucket knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television.
I enjoyed that. I don't know about you.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies. What I wouldn't give to be Tommy Harris.
That was funny.
Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
Okay, so the whole idea of this game is for the ball not to go in the bucket. I've worked out.
And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps he's gone for the animal bonus there. Yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame. Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 6 battles.
Still thundering outside.
Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact. Caution from the referee. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like...
Oh, it's all going off again.
I mean, there's sort of breast and genitals for them to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hoping to get them taken off so we can carry on with the matter. What's going on here? Yes. Yes, very good. Take them away. Very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
Oh, goodness.
Jog on! It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me.
Whoops.
About time, if you ask me.
That was an accidental hitting of the spacebar that caused me to censor that.
Juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there. It's quite late on from Striker. But she's in it to win it. On it. She's like a car bonnet.
On it like a car bonnet.
Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef.
Nice, I like beef.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today. And he's throwing it. And the banana was the ball.
Oh, it went in.
Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic. There we go, Jeremy. That is over. How can he look his age?
Glad she won. I think.
Championship is everyone!
Oh, that's nice. Lovely. That's nice. Oh, what's going on here? My thing's blowing up. What's going on? That was a worry, wasn't it? Oh.
Historic sport.
Oh, good lord.
To double with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with
think
Prime
that-
Minister's
oh.
Julia Silbury live to Prime Ministers who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
Oh, Christ.
Fucking microphone shot me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shot me. Where's that sound guy?
Oh,
Okay?
there we go. Whoops, my mistake.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
Oh, bless him. Oh, dear me. That all got a bit much. It's the I can't. I thought that said AIDS for a minute, Steve. An E?
Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous.
Bollocks.
Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions.
So sorry about all these buckets. We
Well, I hope to.
Well, several.
It's a worry.
Gonna
triple silver, shouldn't wonder.
We'll look into it.
It's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
Man, but that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Carried out efficiently and compassionately.
He looks less drunk than the last time we saw him.
Seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Minister.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
No, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal penalty.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
Whingers most.
People who get benefit from many advantages of the new future.
You know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some peasants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people. Find out what
I think I got on top of that. I don't know.
they're angry about. The door to my government.
Oh!
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, that they were being surprised.
You're not wrong about the Guitar Hero bit.
Let me ask you a question, Megan. Let me ask you a
It's not
question.
usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares. I mean, really scares.
It's death. It's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that advance have cured death?
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful.
Oh, God.
Expensive. Which is me closest camera. Which is me closest camera. When I was 13, my mum came
Oh, damn it.
to the hospital. Grandad, he'd collapsed that morning. So
My Wi-Fi's looking good though, according to this.
I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years. Fed with a rubber spoon.
A rubber spoon.
So we just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching film. We wouldn't even wait till after.
Oh, bloody hell.
It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. It were awful. They could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. It were a crime, you see. She didn't want to lose the children.
No family
Stop
should have
it.
to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial,
Oh,
medical,
good Lord.
and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity.
It's some of this, isn't it?
And that choice is important. This is a service.
It's like Guitar
only for
Hero
people
with a
who
strong
choose
message
it.
here.
People who feel they've run their course. People who don't want to burden themselves or their family.
I love Jeremy, but that was his finest. Wasn't his finest moment. Whoops. Oh, I've got like.
Still on the air, Peter?
Yes, sorry, my apologies.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
The older generation might feel somewhat
gone wrong for me. Oh, that's absolutely devastating. Right, back to the main menu it is then. That was all a bit too much for my liking. Or shall we retry? I think I've already selected my selection. It's all gone blue circle for me. Well, that was... I don't know if that's too much. Right. I am going to take a 5-minute break, Steve, if that's okay. And then I will be back. See you in a minute, mate.
Slaves were just in prettier cages.
Okay, I'm back. Now, I have a question. And only chat can answer it. Should I stick with this? Or would you like something else like Rome Total War? More of this or some Rome? Choice is yours. Because, quite frankly, this game's stressing me out at the moment. I can't believe I lost my job. Feeling quite resentful. But it's entirely up to you. Ooh, choices. You need to decide immediately. I'm going to put you right on the spot. But I'll put some background music for your decision making. I could try and find the... Or we could watch... I'll tell you what. You will have to ask for F1 at some point. I'll do F1 at some point. I want to get 19 though before I do any F1 online, ideally. And a nice racing wheel should be. Okay, right, let's get Rome on. There we go. It'll take a while. She'll have to put up with me talking all the way through it. Get rid of the music. Hello. Welcome to Host 12. I will hang on for F1 2020. Is F1 2020, though, going to be a simulation of simulations? Because all anyone can do at the moment is drive in simulations. Just asking for a friend. Me, mainly. Right. Let's go and open up Rome. Rome. Might take a while. I was hoping, I was upgrading my computer and they mucked up my order, so I got the wrong RAM for the computer. And I sent it back and they've dispatched it and it would be here today, but it's a bloody bank holiday, so I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow if the post arrives tomorrow. My wife tried to scare me by telling me that there would be no post tomorrow. Right, let's change what we're watching. I do that somewhere. Play. There we go. Right. Okay. I just need to change what we're watching, and I do it up here. Back to Rome. Total War. No, okay. Rome. I. No, it is Total War Rome 2, isn't it? War Rome. Where is it? There we are. Total War Rome 2. Found it. Update. There we go. You can watch it. You can join me in watching it loading if you like, or get my big head off the screen. It's got a big head. Sega. To be fair, in the Steam store, it's not 2019's not particularly expensive already. I think. But certainly, I've been enjoying a few streams that have been playing F1, and I Riot Bananas. I really enjoy his Sunday night stream, and he's basically got a league of about 22 other streamers or friends of his or whatever, and they all race on a Sunday night, and it's really enjoyable. I mean, they're all at varying levels of quality. It's sort of I didn't find like the one with the really good drivers in it that sterile, but it wasn't. I quite like it when people are making lots of mistakes and it's getting balmy, and people make lots of mistakes and it gets balmy. It's quite funny. I can't believe that so far today I've managed not to leave my mic muted. It almost feels like progress. I think I need a bit of fighting to cleanse my palate after Not For Broadcast. I definitely think the difficulty between the problems with the transmissions and that was very hard. That last one. It's hard enough controlling the picture, but yeah, it was absolute bloody chaos that last level. It's left me feeling quite discombobulated, and I need my bobulation. Excuse me. I got little burpee pops for my fizzy drink. I did not see or play House Trap, the Sega CD game. I didn't know anyone who had a Sega CD, to be honest with you. Right. I get it. It's I like, I think not for broadcast, I like the ambition of it, but I definitely think to make it, because it's quite funny. When it's funny, it's very funny. When it falls flat, it falls flat. But when it's funny, it's very funny. And I think as a player, I want to be able to enjoy. I want to be able to enjoy that more, and I want to be able to play through it without having to go through. Certainly, if I had to go through all those dialogue trees again, don't bear thinking about, because they take so long. They're not fun. And they take ages, and it also feels like it's taking agency away from you as a character, because it's telling you how you're thinking and telling you how you feel, and I don't like that lack of agency. But like I say, there's a core of a really good game there, and it is only a beta game. It's very cheap at the moment. I think I would, if you had a spare 10 quid, I'd definitely recommend it just to have a play with it while it's developing. It's quite possible it won't look anything like that by the time they're done. But yeah, there's definitely a very wry sense of humour at work there. I thought the sports board bit was potty. Could have possibly done more not to hurt myself earlier on though by following the naked people all around. That was maybe a little bit silly. Yeah. But it's tough, isn't it? I agree, it is. I think it needs to be done. There must be a more elegant way to do it. There must be. I can't believe that's best. So, right, we've just taken Tingus, which means we've got building work to do. Dry dock. No, I haven't got any money to do anything now, have I? Silly boy. Do like a nice delicatessen. Right, let's go back and see our other two armies. Okay, so we have an army. Where else have Carthage got themselves squirreled away that I don't know about? They're around here somewhere. When I find them, they're in all sorts of trouble. I wonder. What's down here? Where's my spy gone? No. Where's my spy? Let's go and have a spy over here, please. I want to see what's happening. Okie dokie. Hey, hello James, thank you for the follow. That means a lot, man. Thank you. The Naked Hordes of Southampton. I tried to join the Naked. Oh yeah, we have the naked cycling, don't we? Which is always a bit. I always miss it. And I've got a lovely bicycle now. I could take part. Just I worry about me mud flaps, if you know what I mean. Right, let's rank up our general. This was a hell of a battle. I don't know if you probably wouldn't have caught much of it, but boy oh boy, it was a proper against the odds stuff. Loved it. Right, end turn. Here we go. Yeah, if I get F1, Steve, we'll have to have a little race together. Oh, how do you know if someone's got a bike that makes them worry about their mud flaps? Don't worry, their mud flaps will tell you. How are things over there, James? They loosen it? Or no, you said last time the lockdown wasn't too bad where you were, didn't you? Is my bike a vegan bike? I've never seen it eat meat or dairy products, so I think we're going to have to probably say yes, it is vegan. Right, who wants a non-aggression pact? Yeah, I'm happy to have a non-aggression pact with you.
What do you say?
Lovely. Bite your hand off for it. The Senate feels that the mustering of additional armies would allow us to extend Rome's borders and protect the people. Raise an army at the following settled Dingus. Okay, can do. Right, this still thinks it's all Carthage, which means Carthage have got something somewhere, which I need my spider track down. Now I've already got... I'm going to wait for them to increase in number. While drinking some delicious Vimto. Vimto, good for everything that it touches. Once I finish this, big day today. Once I finish this, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to cut down the frigging pear tree that's ruining our garden. And I'm very excited about it. I have a new chainsaw. The chainsaw works. I tested it yesterday. I cut off one of my limbs. I'm hoping not to cut any more off. I'm a bit scared of it, to be honest with you. So just choosing some sort of what they called building types. Oh, veteran legionaries, yes please. Commander. I'll take that 500. I'll bite your arm off. Okay, nothing yet. I need to add to the armies really. Down here. Let's just go and have a quick look, just out of interest. Is that really still theirs? Yeah, okay.
You have further orders?
Little trot there, little trot back. I'm a little horse. Well, they're standing right next to me, so let's sabotage the army.
I will see it done.
Bet she doesn't. Your agent was not successful, but the effort was not entirely wasted. They went completely unnoticed and unhindered. There was nothing preventing them from making another attempt.
What do you wish of me?
I'll have another go then.
They will never know I was there. I will
Oh, she failed again. It is a vengeful little tree. It's quite possible it's going to take me. It's probably bought its own. It's probably bought its own chainsaw from Amazon, and is going to cut my legs off. Nicola's absolutely terrified by it. It's quite funny. Sorry, Nicola's quite terrified by the thought of me using it. I think posthumous scapula sounds like he's in the past tense, like, you know, posthumous scapula. I'm going to have to come out and fight, aren't I? Oh, not those little French gits. I could do without asterisks. I don't need asterisks vexing me right now. Cart had a ship. I owned that once. Like his head fell off, yeah. Right. Oh, right. Another mission. Roman civilization never ceases to impress, but it's the belief of the Senate that construction infrastructure would benefit from further development. Okay, so I've got a research and construction. I've got one turn left on that, so I can do that in a mo. I haven't got much money to spend. They're friendly. I am going to go and reinforce in Tingis, I think, In fact, let's aim for that army. Let's take this army and have a go at them. Oh, that's so one-sided. There we go. It's one-sided. It would have been foolish of me not to do that, especially when I got these French gits on their way. Which I guess in VE Day we should be grateful that our French allies are so keen to view our territories. Still got crappy troop types there. I think a bit more sabotage is what we're after. Yes, yes, yo, it's sabotage. Sabotage. Been listening to a lot of Beastie Boys recently. They're very good. I don't know if you've heard of them. They were able to recoup their cost of their attempt. That's good. I'm pleased. You're going to be able to have another go? No. She is rubbish. I've had her years and she's never done anything any good. Right. We're consolidating our power quite nicely here. Let's see if I can't add a couple more troops. Bruce Forsyth Auxiliary Cohort, Bruce Forsyth Legionnaires, Bruce Forsyth Veteran Legionnaires. We'll have a couple of units of them because I'm going to go and take I'll probably take Syracuse first. And then we'll see about Lilybaum. But yeah, I've lost the Italian peninsula completely. There is no Rome, essentially. Yeah, again, I mean, this is too one-sided to be worth it. There's a much bigger battle coming. Hooray! Hooray, we're all happy now. Here we go. Alright. The nervy, they've got quite the nervy to be sitting in Rome the way they are. No, the original Syracuse, not the fake one in Americas. At the time, America was still inhabited by its native population, untroubled by Europeans. Happy VE Day to all of you who fought in the Second World War. Thank you very much. I know, James, were you in the... Right, okay, what have I got to do? Construction, isn't it? I've got to do. Our hidden agent's constantly exposed. She's lousy. Construction. Alright. And hanging things. That's what we're researching next. Right, Carthago. Leave that as it is.
We hunger for battle.
Still move you up here. Move you down there, because I have suspicions. What are they? African rebels. We're having that. I'm going to send an army down. We're having that. Here we go. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand how generals get promoted for standing there and doing nothing. Right. So this is household stuff. Lucky Pilum. Plus 10. Yeah, I'm having plus 10 missile damage. I don't really have a look at what these can do. I can't look at this dog. Look at him though. We're having the dog. I like Ferocious Warrior. We'll have that as well, because he's part of a legionary unit. No, not yet. Right, let's have a look at what we can do with the town. Target stands. That, because I'd quite like some archers, please. And do some food. Also do food. Oh God, Christ. You fell out of a good tower. Bad luck. It makes me like... obviously, you know, it's good to observe the 2-minute silence and all that today. But they're encouraging people to do it on their doorsteps again. There's no one in our street doing it on their doorstep. Do they not know how self-conscious people feel? I totally slept through the clapping last night as well. Do you have clapping over there, James? Do you stand around clapping on a Thursday? Or is that just a really weird where's your poppy thing that we've started doing? Obviously, I support it. I fully support our NHS and its brave staff. Did 18 years inside the NHS, so I definitely appreciate them. But ultimately, working for them did send me insane. Good. I'm glad he is. Let's go and take these African rebels on, shall we? So,
What do you wish of me?
I want you to sabotage the army, please. 50-50. I'll take that. I'll take those odds. What's she doing? Christ on a bike. Alright, at least we know about the units there now. Oh wow, they've got bowmen. We haven't even got bowmen yet. It's embarrassing. Let's send you down here. Yes, we do. Let's see if there's any more we can do in the city. Yes, there is. Practice field, Field of Mars. No, I want a colonial civil public forum. There we go. Shit, right. Let's just go for it, shall we? I need Dimity to make that a whole province. I seem to be going somewhere else now. I don't know if I need to... I can't remember if we're friends with you or not, to be honest with you. Let's just assume we are. Let's assume we're best friends. Let's assume that we spend all of our time together. Go fishing. Frolic in the sand. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm not making very much money at all. Your chubby wireless shelf. Will you turn the wireless back on? Mr. Churchill's about to give a speech. Or did you mean more modern wireless? Yeah, you've turned the wireless off again, Bill. I like the wireless is a modern... Yeah, the unit cards are upgraded. Or some of the unit cards are upgraded unit cards. It's a mod what I've got on. Don't have many lyrics, these songs, do they? Did they have... I suppose, I bet all Roman songs were bawdy. Bet they're all about maidens and undergarments. And orgies. I remember once, I used to be a really big... Still am, big fan of Asterix books. Don't like the racism, obviously. But big fan of Asterix books. And I'd been reading Asterix in Switzerland, where they're having an orgy. And I remember I must have been about 9 years old and telling my parents very proudly how much I'd like to attend an orgy. And they thought it was hilarious for some reason. I'm not sure why. Funny enough is I'm 45 and I still haven't attended one, so I think that ship sailed. Mission failed. The Senate lauds your efforts and military potential. What? Oh, okay. Please cells. Right, let's add a couple of... No, I've got enough horse units. Need... spears. Rome does need good fighters. If you know of any good fighters, let me know. It's all this action on the sea. I don't trust these bastards as far as I can throw them. They're the ones who did me all the trouble in Rome. It's getting quite tense, to be honest with you. There's some big armies sort of floating around, neither doing one thing nor t'other. I think we can encircle them pretty confidently. And turn again. We've just got no money. Oh, it does also need good flatbreads. I like a nice flatbread. Oh, they're going to have a go, aren't they? They're going to try and take the Tingis. I'm going to have to pull my troops back. They're making the day. Are going to make a concerted effort at me again, aren't they? I can feel it in my blood. Oh, I hate them so much. Join more. Yeah, alright. Just shut up about it, will you? I've done it. Seinfeld was on. Oh, I'm getting really bad at recording episodes of Seinfeld. Although Scarlett's almost finished watching Friends.
Take this subsidy. Our treasuries were over full.
Yeah, okay. She loves it. Absolutely loves Friends, but she's almost done now. And I was trying to persuade her to watch Seinfeld next, but she's not having it. I don't know what would be like a sort of natural, what you would pick up naturally if you're a 9-year-old girl. What you'd pick up naturally next if you're a big fan of Friends. It's a mystery to me. Do you guys know what 9-year-old girls like? Really hope not. Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's become huge again all of a sudden, isn't it? Very funny. Scarlett keeps coming out here and telling us what's happened in Friends, and it's sort of like a little throwback all the time. Yeah, I bet they do. Well, I meant to lose this horribly, but if we can wipe the first army out quickly. I mean, they're all chuckers, so. Ucha chucker. I want to put my artillery behind me if I can. That's it. That's what I want to do. Just I want my horses out here, that's all. Start battle. Send my cavalry straight in. So there aren't many of them. Oh, come on, horses. You should be able to take that. My long-range artillery should be able to take these guys out. You see that guy just stopped him dead. Shouldn't take too long to take out this first little army. Right, there we go. Job's good, and thank you very much. Come, walk me war dogs down. I want war dogs on either flanks. Ooga zaga, ooga zaga. It is Netflix. But yeah, Scarlett's become like this massive expert on Friends. It does my head in. They're not all full units, so that's interesting.
Ballista! At your service!
Yeah, let's throw explosive rounds at them. I always say, if you've got explosive rounds, throw the explosive rounds at people. I think she's a Rachel. I'm going to ask Nicola's over here. James is in the chat. Is Scarlett a Rachel or a Monica? She's a Rachel, and she says hello as well, not Scarlett. Scarlett doesn't remember you, I'm sorry. But Nicola says hello. Oh, let's see what the explosive rounds do to them. I bet they don't like it up them. I bet they don't like it up them one little bit. Be nice to hit those chariots, really, wouldn't it? Chariots are horribly destructive when they ride into your melee infantry, of which I have got much. But I kind of outreach them with my... Very nicely walking right into it at the moment. It's good. Causing them a scare and some disruption. Yes, this is all going exactly to plan so far. James says hello, Nicola. Almost there. I think they're going to hit me as a flat line. Send the dogs at those archers. Yeah, try firing your arrows when you've got a dog biting your nuts off. Oh, that's broken their line up really nicely as well. That's fine, they're going to hit us on our flank. Well, they got swords, they can fight. Okay, if I can, I'm going to wrap around. And if I get the chance, I'm going to come around the back and start hitting their artillery. That's just war dogs that have made them rout. That's fantastic. You have a pop at them, see how you get on. Kill 'em all. Good album. Well done. Good Metallica appreciation here from Rome Total War. Okay. Generals, bodyguards, you can all go in. You start wrapping in on them now. I'm going to collapse them into there. And you're going to come down and join. It's pretty much all of their archers taken care of now. I got war dogs biting up bollocks. Okay. Come crashing down here. Crash down and we'll end up down the bottom here. Hit him in the back. Take him out. We'll have another go. Here come the dogs. The dogs are all coming back. They failed to kill the dogs. The dogs are all coming back and biting their men in the arses. They're so incompetent they can't even kill me dogs. Stupid, Eni, stupid. Oh, this is just embarrassing. I feel honestly, I feel really embarrassed for the West African rebels at the moment, because this has been a bitter defeat for them. They must be very embarrassed to have suffered that reversal against me. Look at all the men he put up against me. Terry Tedak Haiti. You spoken to Terry Haiti recently, have you? No, he's a miserable sod. Only lost 246 men. That's pretty good going. Hey, Terminus, how's it going? I was playing not for broadcast, lost, and decided to put Rome on, and now I'm beating up African rebels, which is possibly morally hazy. Very worried about some Gauls who are floating about the Mediterranean looking slightly menacing. Yeah, but this one, it was meant to be a close victory. It should have been a close fight, this one, but between my long-distance artillery and the war dogs, which they didn't cope with at all well, my war dogs almost completely wiped out their archers, which was funny. Yeah, look at the kill numbers on the war dogs. They're like those in the game. They look like those popular American style pit ones, don't they? Popping a lot today. I should stop saying P words. I don't like it when it goes quiet like that. I wonder what it's got in mind. It's acting sinister. Which, of course, is Roman for left, isn't it? Sinister Dexter. Dogs of Peace. The Dogs of Peace. I bet they do big poopies. They look like the sort of dog who do really big poops. Which everyone knows is the only bad thing about owning a dog is dog poo. And the smell and the vomit and the disobedience and the hair shedding, the constant hoovering. That was quite an easy battle though. They did just march up to me and melt, so I didn't have to do anything particularly clever. It was just a sort of the early work that laid the path for victory. Huzzah! Oh, Pericles. I know him. Peaky, mate, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Cheers for that. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Right, Migdol is mine. Obviously, you've got to kill the survivors, haven't you? Be rude not to. But he's had a couple of good victories, that general. I need to look after him, really. Oh no, we haven't taken Migdol yet. Well, you can screw with their army. No? Okay. Let's take care of business. TCM. He's got a big belt buckle that says TCM. He's the Elvis of Rome. I'm going to kill you. Oh, thank you very much. Have I got a plan to recapture Italy yet? A plan? Yeah, is to secure as much of Northern Africa as I can.
Ready for orders.
To make me a little bit more wealthy. So I can build at least 2 armies to roll into Syracuse. So I'm going to go via Syracuse. Take Sicily, basically. And then work my way up north. But it's going to take a while. I think Rome is going to have to wait a little bit longer. Problem is, I've got threats here from this lot, which I should probably march out to meet. Because I don't really want them to come into my... So there we go. We'll just march up to them and we'll take them on. We've got a bigger army and I'm starting to feel a bit more confident now. I know that they handed me my backside time and time again when they came through Italy, but you know. Yeah, definitely need a couple of armies. It's just building them, to be honest, winning Carthage, so that's what I'm trying to do. And I am trying to select as good a troop types as I possibly can. So I'm just packing this full of veteran legionaries for the most part. Okay, so once that's built, I'm going to move them out, garrison them nearby, and then build another force there. And I want to increase the size of the force down here as well, because I've got Gauls acting suspiciously here. I've got a non-aggression pact up here, but we'll see how long that lasts. Because frankly, you know, I don't trust them any more than they trust me. You know.
Soldiering, it's a good life.
Not true. Not true. Soldiering is not a good life. I am like some sort of murder captain, and everyone dies when they fight with me. So, right, okay, ready for another turn. I'm expecting retaking the Italian peninsula to be really, really hard, and I am thoroughly looking forward to it as a result. So, I do like hard, tense battles. I was thinking about possibly wearing one of those heart rate monitors. They really don't fancy my chances here, do they? Okay. We shall see. We shall see. Oh yeah, medieval Total War was a nightmare for that. For like, yeah, you had to kill them, or you're quite right, you'd end up fighting rebellions left, right and centre. Yeah, the problem is if I wore a heart rate monitor, I mean, you know, I'm going to have everyone diagnosing me as like, well, you're a big lad, mate, so, you know, it's high. Sorry, I'm complimenting my daughter on her choice of dress, I apologise. She's not wearing a dress. What she's wearing, I mean, you know. I'm not making myself clear and at the same time embarrassing her, so I should probably stop. I've just been shown a shopping list and had to nod. Shane, there's no cornettos on it. What's going on?
General, grouped and ready.
Right. Do it 'cause I like it.
Stay as you are.
Okay. But... No, we'll leave it like that. We'll deploy as and when. Yeah, look, they're going to be... Oh, here we go. The eyes of the Senate are on ya. Trying to put the heebie-jeebies. Trying to put the heebie-jeebies up me, and I don't like that. Let's have a look. Swordsman, yeah, they're going to beat my swords with swords. How many are in that group? 60. Heavy cavalry.
Romans, ready for duty.
No. No. I need to keep my general protected. I haven't got a particularly deep mix of unit types here. I'm definitely not marching out to meet them, actually. Okay, I'm going to put a battle group out and see if I can't get them to engage, and then start wrapping my other men around the flanks. I'll support them with some missiles. There we go.
Happy to serve Rome.
Okay, so just to make sure they don't flank me, I'm going to bring
Ready and waiting.
some spears.
At the double. Commander.
Like so.
Quick march.
So we've got backup if we need it. Are you running? Running. Good. Will they engage?
Spearmen at the ready. Roma Invicta.
Gives them some funny lines to fight against. In the hope of wrapping around. Here we go. Here we go. Wrap in. So heavy cavalry, I haven't really got an answer to it, except my spearmen. And I suppose it's too much to... Yeah, well, they're going to have to charge... If they want to charge us, they're going to have to charge through their own men. Throw things at them. If they're going to stand there, throw things at them. Wrap down. Still got a couple of where the line is thin, like here. We'll throw them into the thin part of the line there. We're collapsing down and in on them. That's going okay. We're lighting up that cavalry. Oh, sugar. In you go, fill that gap quickly, fill the gap. Hey James, Steve, I hope you don't mind. Steve told me your good news the other day, and congratulations, I'm so happy for you, bud. Well, that's all. Ah, they're running away. The naked guys are running away. The ugly naked guys are running away. Look at that. Look, little bum coverings. Okay, so the tactics are kind of working up there. Elsewhere maybe not. But let's have them fully rout. Bring these guys down here, and let's move you there. Let's move you overlapping there. Throw things at them. Throw things at them. Light them up. Light them up. Light them up. Now, I think our cavalry may be able to take them on. Oh, now this is... If we can do this, this is a important win, but it's still in the balance. This is very good. We're doing quite well down there. Not so well up here. Don't know though. Yeah, why didn't you sell your exclusive to IK magazine? Can't tell me they weren't interested. Should just be a matter of collapsing troops down into them now. Let's get my general after a few of these cowards. Actually, take care of them. Oh no. I'm glad you understood the orders because they were given in by accident. Okay, so they've staging a comeback. That's fine. But they are definitely fighting a losing battle in here. I can just get these guys forwards. Get these guys forward to take these guys on. Get these guys forward to... No, actually, you can plug up that hole. Oh, I love it. I love it when he completely surrounds an enemy. What of it? I'm very happy with that. I am very happy with that. On that close, I'd say I kicked their asses. Yeah, Segavac, you didn't expect that, did you? You did not expect that. Oh, that's so satisfying after the trouble they caused me in Italy. I feel like maybe a comeback is on the cards, possibly. I mean, you probably shouldn't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Funny you mention that, James. I once played a trombone. I played the frog chorus on trombone at a school concert when I was, let's say, 7. Very nerve-wracking. I'm doing a little. Just realised I'm doing a little butt dance while I'm feeling the triumphal music. It's making me rock out with my. No, it's fine. I did have a numerical advantage actually. I didn't realise it was quite that high. Off-screen twerking, absolutely. For the win. Although in my day we called it bogling. Twaswad. Last seen bogling Twaswad in front of my mirror. That was all very short-lived. That's from Spaced, obviously. Only the other day they screened the entire 2 series in one go or something. Just very good. I still think that's a misrepresentation calling that a close victory, but there you go. Stab all the survivors. I'll run you down, mate. I'm not letting you get away with it. You don't rock up here, mate, and sort of just get away with it. They can have Carolus. I've essentially abandoned it. That's fine. That's theirs, as far as I'm concerned, because I will win it back. And when I win it back, they'll be very sorry. No, stop asking me to constantly... To be fair, I'm going to have them in a minute. I'm going to have them. Don't tell them, but I'm having them so I can control the entire province, because I'm fed up. Sick to the IT for them telling me constantly what to do. Of course, they now control the Mediterranean, but that's, you know, That's by the by. As long as I've got this short hop into Sicily, I can still... Oh, there were some rebels there. Go on, rebels. Oh, that was, my mission was successful. Roman civilization never ceases to impress, even when it's imploding. But it is the belief of the Senate that construction infrastructure would benefit from further development. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, the nerve. You've got a nerve, eh? Yeah, fine. I knew about that. Advanced constructions. You have completed a technological advancement. Okay, yeah. Very good. I knew about that. That's fine. Do you know, I've got some chicken tikka that I made the marinade yesterday. I've got it marinated in my fridge at the moment. We're gonna have curry tomorrow night. So if you can get a flight, you're welcome to come over. Although you're not going to be able to go direct into Southampton anymore. I'm sure they do direct Pittsburgh to Southampton flights, don't they? There's no point fighting out on the map. It's an embarrassment. Kick him in the sea. Get in the sea. That was a thing people said a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Get in the sea.
Ready for further orders.
Well done. He deserves his increase in rank. Of course, by the time I'm ready to go and battle on the Italian peninsula as well, I'm going to have some nicely upgraded forces. There we go. And military traditions. Vanguard Legion. Accomplished skirmishers. And I need to research it. Let's go military again. Oh, boring siege. I hate sieges. There we go. Looks like I might have my 2 armies there. Let's bring you up from there. Put you there. Increase the size of your forces by adding a few more. One more. End turn. Did the webcam go again? Can be a little bit unreliable sometimes. It's the strain I'm putting on the lenses. I didn't realise that there was such a thing as extra widescreen. The score in this game is magnificent. You're quite right. I love it. And I particularly like the score when you're in battle, because it really fits with the tension of a nice close scrap. Right. I am going to... Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'd already psychologically given that up in my head. Wow. There we go. Almost. We are almost in a position. What's this here? What's this here? Who are you? Why are you attacking me? Are we not friends? I'll take a close victory. Thank you. I did not know we were at war. It's that thing, innit? You're walking down the street and all of a sudden enemies attack you. You didn't even know you're at war. Lilybam looks in like it's in a lot of trouble, doesn't it? Wouldn't it be a shame if an invading army came along and totally destroyed it? Yeah, that would be a shame. Right. Not gonna invade this one because I want both to land at the same time. It's a lot of... I've got not an awful lot of forces essentially guarding an awful lot of shoreline here. I need to be a bit more dominant in the sea, to be honest with you. Right, let's end turn. Oh, it's almost happy chainsaw time. I guess if I come back on Monday, you know that I haven't managed to cut all of my limbs off, so that's. I shouldn't joke about it. I shouldn't joke about it. I'm cursing myself. It's the most exciting thing I've ever bought before. It just feels like the most grown-up thing I've ever bought. Well, you can have a go, but I don't think you're going to win this one. Oh dear. It's all going wrong for you, isn't it? I'm definitely going to have to bring a force to shore up LOL. Might be that I bring these guys down. The ship wasn't called Arse. The settlement is called Arse. You never been to Arse in Spain? Find that very hard to believe. For a while I did hold Arse, but I failed to control Arse, and then I had to let go. Yeah, that's a problem. The Pictones have turned up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you
Ready for orders.
heading towards them. Tiny invasion force, which is a bonus, but there's these guys as well. And just hold on my invasion plans for the time being, which will happen on Monday. Right, I'm afraid that's me for the day. Thank you very much for dropping in the stream. James, it was really lovely to see you, and Steve, obviously, and Terminus. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. And anyone else who was here, thank you. You're lovely. I love you. So until Monday, when I try and take back Rome, thank you and bye-bye.